about the boy whose eyes flickered like the light before it goes.
Slater Nalley shocked everyone on American Idol, but what the show didn't tell you might be even more surprising. From a behind-the-scenes moment that never made it to TV, to the real reason the judges were speechless, there's a lot you don't know about Slater Nalley. And trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see his journey in a whole new way. Let's dive into what American Idol kept hidden about Slater Nalley. In the early morning hours of August 1st, 2016, tragedy struck in Roswell, Georgia, when 17-year-old Carter Davis and his friend Natalie Henderson were brutally murdered behind a Publix grocery store. The two high school seniors had promising futures ahead of them. Carter was a talented soccer player and musician, while Natalie was a gifted student and cheerleader. Their lives were cut short in a senseless act of violence that shocked the tight-knit community. Authorities quickly launched an investigation, and within days, they apprehended the killer, 20-year-old Jeffrey Hazelwood. Surveillance footage and forensic evidence linked Hazelwood to the crime scene, leading to his arrest. During questioning, he confessed to following the teenagers to the parking lot, robbing them and fatally shooting them execution-style. His motives remained unclear, but reports indicated he struggled with severe mental health issues, including schizophrenia and bipolar disorder. Hazelwood was charged with 2 counts of murder, along with other offenses, including theft and aggravated assault. In 2017, he pleaded guilty but mentally ill, acknowledging his role in the crime while also asserting his mental instability. As a result, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. His plea deal ensured that he would serve his sentence in a facility equipped to handle inmates with severe psychiatric conditions. The brutal murders of Carter and Natalie left a lasting impact on their families, friends, and the Roswell community. Vigils were held in their honor, and their schools created scholarships and memorial funds to preserve their legacies. Carter's mother, Michelle Davis, channeled her grief into advocacy, working to raise awareness about mental health issues and violence prevention. Over the years, she found comfort in small signs from nature, which she interpreted as messages from her late son. Carter's story later gained national attention when singer-songwriter Slater Nalley honored his memory on American Idol, performing a song inspired by his life and the impact he had on those around him. But just when the community thought they had all the answers, a chilling piece of evidence surfaced, leaving many to wonder, was there more to the story? Michelle Davis, Carter's mother and an English teacher at the Lovett School in Atlanta, faced unimaginable grief after the tragic loss of her son. The pain of losing a child in such a horrific and senseless act of violence left a deep void in her life, one that seemed impossible to fill. In the days, months, and years that followed Carter's passing, Michelle searched for ways to cope with her grief and keep her son's memory alive. One of the most profound sources of comfort for Michelle came from unexpected signs in nature. She began noticing hawks and butterflies appearing at significant moments in her life. While some might dismiss these encounters as coincidences, Michelle felt they were something more. Messages from Carter, reminders that his presence was still with her in some way. She described seeing a hawk on several occasions when she was thinking about her son, almost as if it were watching over her. Similarly, butterflies would appear during moments of deep reflection or sadness, offering a sense of peace. Over time, these encounters became a source of strength for Michelle. She saw them as symbols of transformation, hope, and the enduring connection between a mother and her child. Instead of allowing grief to consume her, she embraced these signs as a way to heal. They helped her find a new perspective on loss, one that focused not only on the pain of Carter's absence, but also on the beauty of his spirit and the impact he left on the world. Through her journey, Michelle also found support in her community, particularly at the Lovett School, where she continued to teach. Sharing Carter's story and connecting with students, including Slater Nalley, allowed her to channel her grief into something meaningful. Her belief in signs from nature became a powerful reminder that love never truly fades. It just takes on different forms. But was it really just nature, or was there something more? As Michelle continued to see these signs, something happened that she couldn't explain. Something that made her question everything she thought she knew about life, death, and the unseen forces that might connect them. And then one day, she received a message that changed everything. At the Lovett School, Michelle Davis was more than just an English teacher. She was a mentor, a guide, and a source of inspiration for her students. But behind her warm and encouraging presence, she carried an unimaginable grief. Her son, Carter Davis, had been tragically murdered in 2016, a devastating event that left a permanent mark on her heart. Despite her loss, Michelle continued teaching, finding strength in her students and the connections she built with them. Among those students was a young musician named Slater Nalley. From an early age, Slater had a deep passion for music, using songwriting as a way to express emotions and tell meaningful stories. When he learned about Carter's story and the profound impact his loss had on Michelle, Slater felt an overwhelming sense of empathy. Though he had never met Carter, he could see how much love and pain surrounded his memory. He wanted to do something meaningful, not just for Michelle, but to ensure that Carter's legacy lived on in a powerful and lasting way. As Slater spent time in Michelle's classroom, he absorbed her strength and resilience. He witnessed firsthand how she carried her grief while continuing to uplift and educate her students. Over time, he realized that he could use his gift, music, to honor Carter's memory. He wanted to create something that would encapsulate the love Michelle had for her son and the pain of losing him too soon. That opportunity came when Michelle shared with Slater a deeply personal poem she had written in memory of Carter. Moved by her words, Slater transformed the poem into a heartfelt song titled "Traces of You." The song became more than just a tribute. It was a bridge between grief and healing, a way for Michelle to hear her emotions reflected through music. Through this powerful act, Slater turned his teacher's sorrow into something beautiful, proving that music has the ability to heal, connect, and immortalize the ones we love. But what Michelle didn't realize was that Traces of You would soon take on a life of its own, reaching far beyond the walls of her classroom in ways she never expected. Michelle Davis, Carter's mother, found solace in writing after her son's tragic passing. She poured her emotions into a heartfelt poem, expressing the grief, love, and memories that remained despite his absence. The words reflected the deep pain of losing a child, but also the hope of keeping his spirit alive through remembrance. One day, Michelle shared this poem with her former student, Slater Nalley. Slater, who had always been deeply moved by Carter's story and the strength Michelle showed, felt an immediate connection to the words. As a musician, he saw an opportunity to turn her poetry into something even more powerful: music. Slater worked tirelessly to shape the poem into a song, carefully choosing melodies and chords that would honor the emotions behind Michelle's words. The result was Traces of You, a hauntingly beautiful tribute to Carter's life. The song carried themes of loss, love, and the unbreakable bond between a mother and her child. It wasn't just a song, it was a way to ensure that Carter's memory would live on, touching the hearts of those who heard it. When Slater first played the song for Michelle, she was overcome with emotion. She described the experience as bittersweet. Hearing her words set to music brought back the pain of her loss, but also filled her with gratitude that Carter's story would continue to be shared. As Slater prepared to perform the song on American Idol, he knew that this wasn't just about showcasing his musical talents. It was about telling a story, honoring a life, and giving comfort to those who had experienced loss. Traces of You became more than a tribute. It became a reminder that love never truly fades, and those we lose remain with us in unexpected ways. But as Slater stood on the American Idol stage, preparing to perform Traces of You, he had no idea how the judges and the world would react to the song's powerful message. In his American Idol audition, Slater Nalley took the stage with a song that carried deep personal meaning: Traces of You. The song was more than just lyrics and melody. It was a heartfelt tribute to Carter Davis, the son of his former teacher, Michelle Davis, whose tragic murder had left a lasting impact on many lives. With his guitar in hand and emotions running high, Slater poured his heart into every note, ensuring that Carter's memory lived on through music. As soon as he started singing, a hush fell over the room. His raw, emotional delivery captivated the judges, creating an unforgettable moment. The song's poignant lyrics, inspired by a poem Michelle had written about her son, painted a picture of love, loss, and remembrance. Slater's performance wasn't just about showcasing his vocal talent, it was a deeply personal expression of grief, healing, and the power of music to connect souls. One of the most touching reactions came from country music superstar Carrie Underwood. As she listened to Slater's heartfelt rendition, she was visibly moved, wiping away tears. The sincerity in his voice, combined with the emotional weight of the song's backstory, struck a chord with her. It was a reminder that music isn't just about entertainment. It has the power to heal, to honor those we've lost, and to bring people together in shared experiences of love and remembrance. After the performance, the judges took a moment to gather their thoughts before responding. They praised Slater not just for his vocal ability, but for the depth of emotion he conveyed. His audition stood out as one of the most powerful of the season, proving that true artistry is about more than just technique. It's about telling a story that touches the hearts of others. For many watching, it was a performance they would never forget. Beyond the show, Slater Nalley's audition became more than just a performance. It was a deeply emotional tribute that resonated with audiences worldwide. By singing Traces of You, a song born from a grieving mother's poem, Slater gave voice to a story of love, loss, and remembrance that might have otherwise remained unknown to many. The heartfelt lyrics, combined with his raw and sincere delivery, moved not only the judges but also viewers at home, who were struck by the power of music to bring people together through shared emotions. Carter Davis's tragic passing had already left a lasting mark on his community, but Slater's performance brought his memory to an even wider audience, allowing people from all over the world to learn about his life and legacy. The moment on American Idol became a powerful reminder of how music can serve as a bridge between the past and present, offering comfort to those who grieve and inspiration to those searching for meaning after loss. The audition also sparked conversations about the transformative nature of music, especially in its ability to heal. Many viewers related to the story, sharing their own experiences with loss and finding solace in Slater's performance. His ability to channel deep emotions into song showcased the universal power of art in helping people navigate grief. Beyond American Idol, Slater has continued to use his musical platform to spread positivity and connection. He actively engages with fans on social media, sharing covers, original songs, and personal reflections that further reinforce the theme of music as a tool for healing. His journey serves as an example of how even the most personal stories can reach and impact millions, proving that the right song, sung with the right intention, can touch hearts in ways words alone cannot. Slater continues his musical journey, using platforms like TikTok and Instagram to share his talent and connect with a growing audience. His performances, which range from original compositions to heartfelt covers, have resonated with fans worldwide. His song Traces of You remains a powerful tribute to Carter Davis, and he has expressed interest in releasing more music that carries deep emotional meaning. Beyond his online presence, Slater has been performing at local events and collaborating with other musicians. His ability to tell stories through song has gained recognition, and his heartfelt performances continue to draw in new supporters. While his journey on American Idol brought him national attention, he remains dedicated to growing as an artist and honing his craft. Meanwhile, Michelle Davis continues to navigate life after the tragic loss of her son. She has found healing in unexpected ways, particularly through the signs she believes Carter sends her. Encounters with hawks and butterflies have provided her with a sense of connection to him, offering comfort during difficult moments. Michelle has also found strength through community support, as friends, family, and even strangers have reached out to share their stories of loss and resilience. She has become an advocate for honoring lost loved ones through creative expression, often sharing her experiences in interviews and social media posts. Her journey has inspired many, proving that even in the face of unimaginable grief, there is a path forward. Together, Slater and Michelle's intertwined stories highlight the healing power of music, memory, and community. Their connection serves as a reminder that even after tragedy, love and art can create something lasting and beautiful. Slater Nalley's story is a testament to how art can bridge pain and healing, turning personal tragedy into a universal message of hope and resilience. His journey is not just about music, but about the deep emotional connections that can form between people, even in the face of immense loss. When Slater first learned about Carter Davis, he was just a young student at the Lovett School, where Carter's mother, Michelle Davis, worked as an English teacher. Carter's tragic murder in 2016 left a lasting impact on the Lovett community, and it was a wound that Michelle carried with her every day. She found ways to cope, often looking for signs from nature that she believed were messages from her son. But nothing could fully heal the pain of losing him. Years later, Slater was deeply moved when he heard Michelle's story. He was struck by her strength and the way she continued to keep Carter's memory alive. As a musician, he felt a calling to do something meaningful. That opportunity came when Michelle shared a poem she had written about Carter, expressing the grief, love, and memories she still held onto. Inspired by her words, Slater transformed the poem into a song titled "Traces of You." The song became more than just music. It was a bridge between past and present, between loss and healing. Slater's lyrics and melody beautifully captured Michelle's emotions, giving voice to the deep love a mother feels for her child, even after they're gone. When he performed "Traces of You" for Michelle, she was overwhelmed with emotion. It was as if Carter's spirit was present in the room, reminding everyone that love never truly fades. Slater's journey took an unexpected turn when he auditioned for American Idol. He chose to perform "Traces of You," not just to showcase his musical talent, but to share Carter's story with the world. As he sang, the weight of the song's meaning filled the room. The judges were visibly moved, with Carrie Underwood shedding tears as she listened to the heartfelt performance. But it wasn't just the judges who were affected. Millions of viewers watching at home felt the raw emotion in Slater's voice. His audition went viral, and people from all walks of life reached out, sharing their own stories of loss and how music had helped them heal. Michelle, too, found comfort in knowing that Carter's memory was reaching far beyond their small community, touching hearts across the country. Since his American Idol audition, Slater has continued to use his platform to connect with people through music. He shares his performances on social media, allowing fans to follow his journey as an artist. Meanwhile, Michelle remains a guiding force in his life, supporting his passion and appreciating the way he has honored her son's memory. Their story is a powerful reminder that grief does not have to be a solitary experience. Through music, art, and shared emotions, people can come together, find comfort in one another, and transform pain into something beautiful. Slater's journey proves that even in the darkest moments, there is light, and even in loss, there is love that endures.